Top of the morning to everybody. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. We had a rant video the other day, two actually. The first one blew up 300,000 views, which tells me a lot of you guys agree with it. Thousands of comments. I think people are feeling the same about Team of the Season. Well, after like 24, 48 hours, EA have responded, and they've actually made a change. I know, this EA we're seeing this year, I think they're telling in two ways. Number one, we know the game is not where the game used to be. So they're kind of at some point have to show their card when things aren't going well. They can't just do the old school EA where they leave it because everyone's so addicted to the game. The second thing, I actually will give them some credit because this year they have been at least trying to do some stuff with the league and all that. Gameplay aside, I feel like the content team does listen to the videos. You know, in the last year or two, sometimes when there's been some stuff going on, we've asked for weekend league extensions. We've asked for things. They do listen a little bit more than they used to. I feel like they used to just be radio silent. So let's check it out because EA have updated the rewards. Now, if you watched my video the other day, I got to pull it up because this screen is not the screen that you guys want to see. I was basically ranting about how just rewards are not even worth playing because the Reds are just so bad because they have no rating limit and they include a whole other league. So I went on this tangent in this video basically talking about rank 1, rank 2, rank 3. All these ranks, no matter what you really get, you get a lot of fodder because there's no restriction, right? And they've combined two leagues. Now, I went on to also talk about pretty much as well about how bad even like the tradable packs are. You know, you used to get like a 3-player pack or something, and because they merged the two leagues, it's just too hard to get anybody out of this. So EA have not updated that, but they have gone through, and they've actually updated rewards where the Reds now have a 93 rating minimum. Now, they do still include both leagues. It is what it is. I didn't expect them to remove that, but I'm actually a little surprised to see EA make a change within 24 hours off of my videos this week. But you know what? Regardless, I know people will be like, oh, they listen to you. That's great. Guys, at the end of the day, like, I make those videos for all of you. That's what people don't really understand. People think I make these videos for my own gain, for all that. Like, you guys have been supporting me so long. I'm good, dude. I make these videos because as a gamer, I want us to just have more of a chance, right? And obviously, we know the gameplay is what it is this year. All right. No video I can do on this channel is going to be able to get EA to remove the whole 4-2-1-3, all the tackle spam, the bounces. That's up to the gameplay team. They have to deal with that because the gameplay is kind of going in a bad direction every year. And it sucks for the content team, to be honest, because the content team isn't capable of really having to, you know, that's not their fault. That's not their fault. All they can do is try their best with content. So I do have some respect that at least they are listening, content team at EA. I think the way EA works is they have all these different departments, right? I don't even know if they all talk to each other, but big shout out to EA because you know what? Maybe they didn't change all these rewards. You're still going to not get anything too crazy tradable. The 3-player packs are bad, but I think at least the Reds should have a better chance. So the changes for the new rewards have started with rank 5. So if you go to rank 6, they still have, basically, they have a super league, so you have a minor league, and then all leagues, no rating minimum. But then you get to rank 5, they have a 93 plus, so this upcoming week is a Bundesliga, and instead of having no limit, it's got a 93 minimum, which I'll tell you why that's going to be probably really good, and at least motivationally, at least for this weekend, it will give people a chance. And, you know, shout out to EA, too, here. I'm not even glazing, like, I know that the way that a company like EA works, they make a plan for Team of the Season and they go with the plan. That's what they go with, you know? And so for them to adjust, I know that people will be like, damn, they sold us for Prem. That's so messed up. Because if you look at this with Prem, everybody would have had a guaranteed probably McAllister, maybe even Lewis Skelly. And that's what these rewards during Team of the Season should be. So, you know, if you're a Prem fan, I'm sorry about that. At least going forward, the Reds will be a little better and maybe worth the pain that FC 25 is worth, man. But that's really what I was saying in the video. And that's why the video blew up so much, because everyone agrees that the game is such a pain to play. So when you have rewards that are just not rewarding you for the new players that are coming into the game, you're really just getting the fodder ones. Nobody wants to play. So look, rank 5's got the 1 of 3, 93 plus. Then when you get to rank 4, I think rank 4 is 10 wins. Still 1 of 3. Rank 3, they're giving you a whole extra slot, so 1 of 4, 93 plus. I don't think they changed anything with the packs. The packs are all the same, so they just updated player picks. If they change anything with the packs, we will be letting you know. And then rank 2, so 13 wins, will get you a whole extra slot in a 1 of 5. And then rank 1 is getting 3. Rank 1 is getting 3 1 of 5, so theoretically rank 1 is going to go crazy. Now, let's break this down, just like look at Premier League, right? Because last week, guys, we had absolutely zero restriction. And I want you guys to see what that really meant for it. So you look at this whole team, a 1 of 3, 90 plus, right? 93 plus. All these players are qualified. But the problem was last week and all of rewards so far, you had players like Tarkowski, Robinson, Milinkovic, Matoma. And, those were the 5 players that were under 93, for example. 5 players or 4 players? No, 4 players. 4 players in the Prem, right? And then you go to the Women's League. One right there. 2, 3, 4. Okay? So 4 in both. But 8 total. 8 total go into those player picks. In those 1 of 5s, 8 total players were occupying those slots. And that's why nobody, for the first time this year, that's why everybody's been saying Team of the Season is so messed up, because FUT Champ sucks. Because those 8 players were really occupying all the slots. So now when you look at it, if you were to go back into the Premier League, let's say a 1 of 5 93 plus, right? Your worst possible one, you'd still have Chris Wood, you'd have Saka, you would have Sells, then you would have Trent and like Kirkes, right? But that's the worst possible. Then or McAllister, right? And then Cunha and all that, and Lewis Skelly. But at least because there's only, with all those players, and then, over here, you would at least have probably a little bit more of a chance. Like at least a chance to try to go for it. So that's why I think that this change, it's not the craziest change of all time, but it at least shows us that EA is listening. I mean, I look at this and I'm like, okay, the Bundesliga is upcoming. We want to have fun through the rest of the Team of the Season. At least it feels like EA is listening. The League One was combined with the Women's League One. If we had 1 of 3 93 plus with the League On, I mean, you still would have had Rulli and you still would have had Alexandro, but you would have got rid of AK, Santos, Zakaria, who was everywhere, Blas, who was everywhere, Højbjerg, who was everywhere. So you had a couple more in this one. And then the Women's League, you had the goalkeeper who was everywhere, Bussy, Owen, anyone else here? Only 3 in that one. But I'm telling you right now, man, I think that this will at least give you more of a chance, which is what FUT Champs is about. They had the rewards in a spot where it just was straight up depressing. Now, I don't know. I don't think EA tweeted anything about it. I'm just happy that we can voice our opinion on this channel, and maybe EA is going to listen, right? And maybe, I don't know if the pain of this game is still even worth playing. I still would have liked them to change some of these packs just to make them a rating minimum, and maybe that's what they can do in the next couple of weeks, because I still feel like these are kind of a waste. But, when you combine 2 leagues, at least putting a rating minimum now, eliminating like 8 to 10 players, even if these are not given out, for example, in the last week, the Haalands and all that stuff, at least they got a chance at getting like a Palmer or someone of that magnitude, because previously, the way the rewards were structured, there was honestly absolutely zero chance. Like, I'm telling you, you would have to be the luckiest dude in the world to get anything crazy. And what I want to actually see here real quick, did EA touch anything in Division Rivals? That's the only thing. I just want to check that as well. I think this will probably still be on any Team of the Season. But, what's to say that at some point in time, maybe EA is not going to update these even more. Maybe next week we get a little bit of an update with the tradable stuff. And what I will say, just a closing thought to this video, I'm going to say this right now, because we've been making a fuss this week, guys. And you know what? You guys know me. I don't make a fuss unless it's warranted. I really don't. I don't sit here and bitch unless I think it's really worth bitching about. What I expect EA to do, I don't think they're done yet. EA, I'm telling you right now, if you watch this video, because you're going to watch this video, and I know you guys are going to be getting your Starbucks and taking your extra time today because you're like, oh, the community's so happy. You need to do something else as well. Gameplay team, as I said, gameplay team, I have no thought or chance with you guys. I think it's long lost. What you guys think is a good game, it's over, man. You make the game worse every year. Content team, one more thing I will say. Don't stop there, okay? And please give us better upgrades next week that are worth grinding. Whether you want to do some rating minimum in the league, whether you want to do, when we look at the premiums right now for the Premier League, whether you want to do 2 separate ones, one for the Bundesliga. I think that's the easiest solution. You do a premium Bundesliga pack and you do a premium women's Bundesliga pack. And guys, it has nothing against not packing the women. I would have loved in the League On to try to pack Horan or Mateo or this week Shaw or Russo, right? These cards I couldn't even get because you combine the leagues and the fodder is double. So you can separate them. If you want to keep them together, I don't know. If you want to just say you want to keep them together, at least double the rares and commons or something. If you want to do rating packs, don't stop there. I know it's not that hard for you guys to make an SBC. It's Thursday that I'm recording this. You have a couple days to work on the algorithm, figure out what's going to be not too good, because I'm I'm on the thought process that I feel like the 8220 during Team of the Year was not supposed to be released. They saw the positive reaction and they left it for everybody. But I think that they probably don't want to do something like that again. But again, it's Team of the Season, man. Let everybody pack these cards. And EA, you both know that in literally 3 or 4 weeks, every card is going to get a Footies 5 Playstyle Plus card. So, you know, how we have the Evos and the game, the power curve is going insane all year. And then Team of the Season, you make it impossible and people only get fodder. It can't be right because people are just gonna quit. And it's like Team of the Season. This should be the most viewed promo of the whole year. And I'm telling you, man, no one's caring. So great job on listening to the videos. Great job. That is why I am trying to deliver feedback in a way that is constructive. And I'm also trying to give you solutions because when I used to rant, I used to just rant and like just cook. I used to just cook but not give solutions. So I'm trying to give you guys solutions. I'm hoping. I think this is going to be a 2-part adjustment. I don't think it's just going to be the Reds. I think EA will also give us better upgrades on Monday. That's what I'm hoping. Because, look, it's Premier League Team of the Season. And I'm going to end this video with this thought. I have not streamed this game since Monday during Premier League Team of the Season. Why would I? There's nothing to do. There's no cards to pack. With the upgrades are terrible. I don't like the gameplay. The Foot Champs is not worth playing. And it's sad. It's sad. People are like, it's Prem Team of the Season. Why do you want to grind? And I'm like, I don't want to grind. You guys don't want to grind. Why would I grind, bro? So, look, that feeling of Team of the Season, it has to be worthwhile. It has not been worthwhile this year at all. I don't know how. It's been the first year ever. I am happy that these videos are getting seen by EA, and I am trying my best for the whole community to, in year 10 almost, give a shit and really put out the right message of what we all should be getting as a community. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we get better upgrades on Monday, and good luck in Weekend League if you guys are going to play, because I will probably play now for these Reds. I will probably at least go for like a rank 3, rank 2, which is where like last weekend, I mean, I just felt like I stopped playing because I was just like, what's the point? Thanks for watching.